This is the Wiiware,
And the little reviewer.
and we're going to review
Strongman's Cool Game for Attractive People, Episode 2. Strong Badia the Free! Whew, that's a long title.
Sure is. I was a little mixed on whether I should even do this review since the game isn't that much different from the first game. It follows the normal basic adventure game rules. Collect a random item and use it on another random item and hope for something good to happen. However, this game is a bit different than the first game. And since I already spent $10 on it, I figured I might as well review it as well. What do you think of the story?
Funny.
Funny like my reviews?
No, this is actually funny.
Ugh.
The story's about when the king puts you house arrest and just because that you want to gain more people for your weird army, and then you have the revenge on the castle.
Alright, let me clarify that a little. The story is about the king of town who puts a crazy email tax on all the citizens. And Strongman gets so angry about it that he gets all the citizens together to secede from the town and create a new one with him as the ruler.
We should all live in a place where we are free. Free to pick our friends. Free to pick our noses. And most importantly, free to pick our friends' noses. That's why I, Strongbad of the mighty Tidy Whities, declare war on the Elf Town! Who's with me?
Unfortunately, everyone else has the same idea and they all create their own countries. And Strongman has to conquer almost all of them and get an army together to overthrow the crazy king of town for good.
That's basically what I said.
Yeah, I know, I was just clarifying it a little. I think this one has a coherent and interesting storyline, unlike the first episode. The first episode was more of a game of random scenes that they fit together to make a plot. This one has an overall arc you have to complete, with twists you won't see coming. Or should I say twists I didn't see coming. The story works, mainly due to the excellent way it's presented. Instead of a game map like the first episode, you move around by looking at a makeshift map game board, which will show you which countries you have to take over. When you do take over a territory, you're treated to a quick cutscene, which plays out like an old newsreel from the 30s or 40s.
Surrender in a humiliating display of not courage. His Lordship King Coolberius Strongsad Allan Poe I did everything but collapse into heaving sobs when confronted by Strongbadia's superior military fists. Better luck next time. Oh boy.
What was your favorite thing in this episode?
When he's house arrest, when it says testing program.
You thought that was funny?
Yeah.
Okay. I found this game a bit harder to figure out the puzzles, especially the final battle between the King of Town's army and Strongbad's army. It played and looked like a simplified strategy game. However, once you figured out the trick to it, you could beat it fairly easily. There are all the normal extras you saw in the last game to extend the gameplay. You can complete the Teen Girl Squad minigame, or find all the flags of all the different countries you come in contact with, as well as a couple other things you can do if you really want to completely win this game. This game took me almost double the time of the first episode, and I think that has more to do with the very clever puzzles in this one. The motion controls in the Wiimote that were at least used a little bit in the first game were completely ignored in this one, which was a bit disappointing. When I was reading and responding to the criticisms in my episode 1 review, as regards to my thinking the game was too expensive for what little content you get, I've come to a different conclusion to the money issue. If you think of the game as a $50 game you're buying $10 at a time, then it's not unreasonable. And the good part of buying it one episode at a time is that if you don't like it, you can save yourself $40. The game is $10 just like before. What would you do? Would you buy or skip it?
It's actually 1,000 Wii points, but I buy.
I agree with the little reviewer. The game is worth $10 and you should download it now.